If you play from the score, I mean, it's...
No,
You don't
we
have
can't.
to count to more than 7 though.
No.
Yeah, it's always... Well, sometimes there's 9. Sometimes
Oh.
there's 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's just
then it's okay.
1, 2, 3 endo. 1, 2, 3 endo.
And it's always... It's always 3-2-2 or 3-2.
Yeah.
It's never
No,
2-2-2.
I think the important thing is to, just do it.
It's true. It's always 3, 2, 2.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get the structure,
I was 9.
At the age of 2, apparently, I don't remember, but I wanted to play the violin, and my parents were like, yeah, whatever. And then by the age of 4, then they said, okay, she's pestered us enough, let's buy her a violin. And so somehow, from an early age, I had music in my head.
For me, writing music is about, well, first of all, it's about expressing a side of myself that I can't do otherwise, with words or with dance or how I use my hands. But it's also really about engaging in dialogue with music that I love, but with people that I love.
Il y a peu de choses qui m'intéressent dans la vie qui ont une chance de rapporter de l'argent, donc même si c'est peu de sous, je pense que composer, c'est quand même quelque chose que j'aime faire, puis qui peut devenir un métier. J'ai assez de talent pour en faire un métier. Sinon, d'autres raisons, c'est sûr que j'ai une sorte de créativité qui a toujours été là en moi, mais en même temps, quand même j'étais assez lunatique aussi, très peu de concentration, donc je suis peut-être un scientifique raté aussi, quelque chose comme ça. Parce que j'étais quand même relativement doué à l'école, tout ça, mais ça c'est pas aller finalement vers les sciences ou ces trucs-là, vraiment le côté créatif.
I kind of wanted to have you two guys in the kind of foreground, and then you're just kind of...
So you create a...
Yeah. I mean, I kind of,
Then
again...
you have to make it more extreme, huh? Otherwise
Then
that
I
doesn't
think
come
that
on.
that the viola should be forte as well.
Yeah,
It should
okay,
be
but let's...
softer than I mean.
Yeah,
Why don't
let-
we try that?
Let's change that to forte then.
And we actually...
We'll play mezzo piano for real. Because I was like,
and
mezzo
it's
forte is
because it
strong.
doesn't change the whole for the whole section, right?
No.
I really like the act of creation and creating pieces of music is something I really, really enjoy doing. I suppose I try and think of it as kind of making an intervention in the world in some way, drawing people's attention to other pieces of music, other artistic things, giving people something to think about, and hopefully creating something beautiful as well, if I can.
Like what's the
Normal's
scale?
in the middle.
Yeah,
Ensemble
ensemble
is
is
the
below.
same thing, but it's like closed.
And
Closed
Steno
sound.
is the more
Down is
pressure.
higher.
It's
More
really
pressure. It's
Yeah,
loud.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That could.
Okay.
That's a
Puis rappeux, c'est quand...
rappeur, c'est plus le
pression.
son scratch.
Ouais,
Il va sonner maybe you don't need
So
pressure.
again, like
C'est rappeux?
I find like the
Ouais,
dynamics.
c'est plus la fonction d'archer en réalité, je pense, avec le liège. But it's
I find the dynamics kind of contradict
Get
those
in the way.
directions
which
somehow.
one?
Like the nuance, they contradict the directions sometimes.
I have done many workshops with ensembles and seminars with composers, and what makes this unique is really the amount of time and the generosity of the ensemble that they've given me to just work with me and to really talk about what it is that I want to do.
It's been incredible. I mean, firstly, they're really, really nice people, which really helps when you're working with people. You know, they always have a smile on their face. They're just willing to do everything you ask them, and you know, they give you such good kind of feedback on what you're doing and how you interact with them, and you know, at the end of the day, you really feel like you've achieved something, because it's not like, you know, we give them things and they play true and then, you know, we go our separate ways. There's a real kind of intensity to their work, and they really want to get inside the music, inside what you think the music should be, and they're just so interested in kind of getting that result that you have up here.
Well, that's what I love about this workshop. It's just like you say jump, they say how high.
L'aspect des mentors, c'est intéressant, justement pas nécessairement parce qu'on s'assoit avec eux, regarder une partition comme l'idée d'une classe de maître, mais juste qu'ils soient là autour de nous, qu'ils participent, puis de façon informelle. Souvent, c'est comme, en fait, ce sont vraiment des modèles.
The atmosphere of Composer's Kitchen is fantastic. I think the very relaxed atmosphere that seems to exist in this room generally and makes for a conducive time.
Most workshops, in a way, are quite safe. So what happens is that the participants of the workshop are often kept quite at arm's length. Okay, so don't interfere too much with our organization. You're here as guests, and you're here to learn. And when you're done, good luck. With this workshop, it's very different. The participants become directly involved as people, as artists, on a very intensely casual level. But what makes it so incredible is that the quartet is very much concerned about the participants' careers too. So the participants are invited, but in a way the quartet is very curious about them, not just as artists, but also their music that they're going to write, and it's always potential repertoire for the quartet. The quartet is looking for repertoire. And then they will go further. They will take this music, play it, often play it several times, and then they try to connect this music with their own careers and what's happening. So clearly this connection with Huddersfield, this is unique. This doesn't happen with other workshops.
Yeah, because I was thinking of just one technique at a time, rather than combining
Okay.
them
That
together.
has to be clear.
Yeah.
And then you have to amend that to this.
You could put that in the description.
In that sentence, meaning that even a left-hand instruction will cancel a right hand or a bow technique or
Right.
vice versa.
Yeah.
Right, so if
But would that be better to put it
Composer's Kitchen is also a social space, and it's a non-competitive social space, which I think is defining it. It's defining the mood, because it's very competitive to get in because we have many applications, and the choice is hard, and we make the choice. But once you're in, you don't have to fight for anything anymore, and I think that is quite unique. And we feel every year that the participants kind of start to breathe after the first day. They go like, I don't have to fight for my time, I don't have to fight for my space.
it's just such an opportunity, because ordinarily things like this, you might work together for 5 days and then there's a concert and then that's over, that's the end of it. But this feels more like building a lasting relationship with the other composers, with the mentors, with the ensemble, with, even a place, maybe I'll feel more connected with Montreal because of this, more chance of coming back and maybe, working with some other musicians from here. It just feels like building a more lasting relationship rather than just kind of quick, we're over.
But you get more harmonics like the lower you go or the higher you go. In the middle, there's not really much happening there, but towards the neck.
I personally think
I even get harmonics
it's their
without changing.
articulation. You asked us to bounce. If you add more bounce, you have more and you have less harmonics.
Less harmonics. How can we get more harmonics with the?
I would stick on the string more and then maybe change the position. But
The thing that I value the most about the Bozzinis is their willingness to really just get their hands dirty and, you know, dive into this process, into the development process with me and really work together to get to the heart of the issue and the heart of what it is that we're trying to like communicate together.
but for me, that's part of the risk taking and the embarrassment that can happen.
Okay, well then,
Okay, go.
Thomas, can you keep the tempo?
There's pretty much nothing that is all that abnormal for us.
But
You
once,
know?
once you get beyond this step of thinking, oh, I can't do this, or I can't do this on stage, once you're beyond that, then it's kind of easy.
Right.
Right?
Right. There's no risk anymore we can't take. Right. And
Yeah,
plus
like-
it becomes fun. It's a sort of another way to approach the music and the concerts and the work.
On n'a pas le temps de s'ennuyer, disons, on n'est jamais encore ça ou c'est rare parce que on est toujours aussi dans la découverte, dans la façon de travailler, puis évidemment par le fait qu'on est toujours dans la création, on essaie de reprendre les œuvres le plus possible, leur donner une vie le plus longue possible, mais c'est quand même toujours un nombre assez important de quatuors qu'on doit apprendre, déchiffrer et livrer chaque année, chaque saison. Donc ça ça reste un défi, là. Ça nous donne toujours quelque chose à croquer ou à entreprendre.
First of all, I find it kind of funny the kind of the difference between, say, maybe the Canadian composers and composers coming from the UK. How kind of aesthetically they're quite different and the approach is very different. I really like the sound worlds that were created by Marielle and Simon, and they're so different. There's such a different kind of approach to sound to my own, and you know, just thinking about things like that and how they're thinking about the kind of surface detail and the sounds as well as the kind of structure and the kind of longevity of things.
En fait, c'est parce que c'est du nouveau monde, c'est ça qui est intéressant, parce que souvent, bon, à Montréal, on revoit souvent les mêmes personnes, tandis que j'ai déjà vécu des expériences intéressantes à aller à Toronto, à Victoria, puis rencontrer juste d'autres compositeurs, c'est très rafraîchissant. Puis là, ben, c'est ce qui se produit ici. C'est pas tant la nationalité que juste que ce soit d'autres mondes qui au quotidien évoluent dans un autre milieu, puis ça c'est très intéressant par contre.
Hoping not to make too much of a generalisation here, but one thing that's very prevalent in music written here in Quebec is the coloristic resources, of instrumental resources that is clearly a French influence, and it's something that that is less prevalent in certainly a lot of the music I'm involved in Great Britain, in London.
It's like sometimes, you know, it's just nice to find yourself in a room with like more than 20 other people who are like weird like you, or maybe more weird than you, or you know, like yeah, but also who are like as committed to this music and as committed to the community and who really love what it is that we do as much as I do.
Everyone gives, you know? They give their time and their good faith, and so do we, and the whole thing is very giving. We all get so much because we give so much.
If you
could sum up the experience of the Composer's Kitchen thus far in 3 words, what would those be?
Jovial.
Creative.
Generous.
Unexpected.
Exploration.
Rejuvenating.
Intime.
It's fun.
Vital.
Canadian.
Future.
It's surprising.
Daring.
Je dirais épuisant.
Intense.
Intense.
Intensité.
Crazy logic.
Le mot bière.
Collaboration.
Privilege.
Concentration.
Concentration.
Push the limits.
Amazing.
Puis fructueux, ouais. Parce que déjà, je pense déjà à l'après-Composer's Kitchen. Là. Je sais que j'ai déjà appris des choses là, sur lesquelles je vais travailler tout de suite après. Donc c'est vraiment, on en retire beaucoup.